Hey everybody, it's Jill for today, and we are making no-knead artisan bread today. It'll be one loaf, and it's white. Of course, you could always make it whole wheat if you like, but it's super easy, and let's get started. Okay, into my bowl is going to go 13 ounces of warm water. Not hot, warm. Warmer than like a baby's bath water, but it's pretty warm but not hot. And then a teaspoon and a half of salt. These are each 1/2 measurements, so you know. Then a teaspoon and a half of yeast and 2 teaspoons of oil. This is olive oil. You don't have to add it, or if you have vegetable oil, you can use that instead. Here we go. Okay, two teaspoons of that. I'm going to give this a stir. Get the yeast and the salt and the oil combined. Make sure that yeast is good and dissolved, because you don't want that having little clumps or sitting at the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so that's a good mix, and I think everything feels like it's not, yeah, it feels pretty good. So we're gonna put this, I'm gonna put you on hold. We're gonna let this sit and rest for about 5 minutes to see if our yeast is alive, and we should see little bubbles. And then we'll get started on the flour portion of this recipe. All right, now you probably can't see all that well. It's not real frothy, but there is little gas bubbles coming up and breaking on the surface. So that gives me the indication that this yeast is alive and we can go with it. So now what we add is 3.5 cups of white flour. That's 1. And 2. That's 3. And 1/2. Okay. So I've got the flour in there. And you don't need something that's gonna do a lot of mixing. We're just gonna blend this flour in with the water mixture, the oil and the water and yeast. So we're just gonna kind of start moving this around. See, it's starting to come together really well. And this is not going to be a super thick dough. It'll hold together, but it'll be more on the wet side than the dry side. So I'm going to get a spatula here and clean off the side of my bowl. But see, it's really quite nice. It's pretty dry, but not as dry as if you were to have a kneaded dough. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make sure that the flour is all incorporated with the water, so it's saturated. I mean, you know, it's absorbed, which looks like we've just about got it there. I'm going to turn it a couple more times. And I think, folks, we've got some bread dough here. All right, that looks real good, real good. All right, so you see, it's pretty simple in there. It's not wet, but it's not dry. It's just trying to think of what would be almost pie dough, maybe a little wetter than pie dough. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap this up with some plastic wrap. And then I'm going to set it aside in one of the warmer locations of my kitchen. Sometimes some stoves have a warming function on their oven. You could use that. I usually just set it on top of my oven cooktop. But if it's really cold in the room, what I would do is turn on the light in my oven and then put the bread dough in there, and that helps keep just kind of a nice warm environment. So we're going to let this sit here and rise for about 1.5 hours till it's about double in size, and we will be back. Okay, we are back, and here is that dough after an hour, and actually it was about an hour and 40 minutes. And as you can see, it really has gotten fluffy, and it's about twice the size as it was. So I'm just going to start with my tool here, which is a great little tool. I don't know whether they're available online or not. If they are, I'll put a link, because God, I love this thing. It goes in my Vitamix and my food processor, and it's just wonderful. So as you can see, I'm just kind of getting some of the air out of this and kind of moving it into a ball. Okay, see how that looks? So that is ready to go into a pan, which I have sprayed with my handy dandy sprayer, which I totally adore. So the pan is greased, and this really is a non-stick pan, but I always oil it before I cook in it. This is, well, those are centimeters. Let's see here. This is 9 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then that 2 and almost 3 inches tall. So we're going to just place this in the pan. Okay. I'm not going to really do much. I'm just going to kind of just spread it out there just a little bit, because it will fill in the pan as it's going through its little second rise. So there you have it. See there? So I'm going to put a piece of plastic wrap on this again, and I'm going to again put this in kind of a warm location, and I'm going to start my oven to 400 degrees, and I'm going to let this rise for about 30 minutes, and then it will go in the microwave. It'll go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. And so I'll bring you back when it's time to go back in the oven. We are ready to light this candle. Look at this. This is about, I hate to tip it, but I'm going to tip it a little bit here so you can see how it's raised and it's filled out the pan. See there? So it's now going to go into a 400 degree oven for 40 minutes, and it's going to get all beautiful and brown. And then I'll bring it back and show that to you. And once it cools, I know somebody who wants to take a sample of this. I think you do too. All right, we'll be back. We're back. The official bread taster's here. Beautiful. What do you think?
Gorgeous.
Okay. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so we're going to give it a cut. Let me get down back here so you can see it. There. Nice, 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 nice. Ooh. Oh yeah,
Oh,
baby.
look at that.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous.
Look at that.
Mmm.
Smell-o-vision. Smell-o-vision.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. What do you want on yours?
I'm going to have some
Margarine?
herb balance.
Okay.
What are you going to have on yours?
A little bit of strawberry jam.
Okay.
I'm going to raise this up here so people can see us eating there. Sorry for my reach. I'm not very good at that camera thing.
This herb balance is hard. It hasn't
Yeah,
softened
yeah.
much.
It's hard time. Yeah, a little strawberry jam from Trader Joe's.
Okay,
All right.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, that crust. What do you say?
I'm going to need 5 or 6 more pieces before I make a decision.
Dang, that is some good bread.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw how easy it was to make.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, you could make this with whole wheat or rye.
Wow.
Or you could stick seeds in it, kind of, fancy it up a little bit. Oh, now he's going for the jam.
I just a little piece just to try it.
I'm good. What am I going to say?
Man.
I make a good recipe. I make good bread.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, one thing went right today. Huh?
All right. Are we done here?
Yeah, oh yeah.
God, he's just spreading that butter on that bread.
Well, it's earth pounds, it's okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. Please try this recipe. Of course, I'll post it down below. Really tell them how good it is. Hey, it's good.
Fantastic.
Maybe it's me.
Hmm?
It's the recipe. Okay, everybody. See you later. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.